From the RCN News Center in Bogota, Colombia, I'm Brian Andrews with Colombia's top stories for Friday, October 24th. And we begin with the aftermath of a series of bombings in the capital city yesterday. Police say these terror attacks, the aftermath of which you're looking at, were designed to spread fear in Bogota. The petardos, as they're called, went off in trash cans near embassies, restaurants, banks, and apartment buildings, even popular shopping malls. 16 people were injured when the bombs went off, but no one was seriously hurt. The mayor, Samuel Moreno, says the attacks were not connected to the national strike. While no group has claimed responsibility as of this broadcast, police suspect urban guerrillas associated with the FARC. Police are offering a big reward for information that leads to the capture of the people responsible. We told you about that national strike a few moments ago. Well, there were some minor disturbances associated with it in Medellin and Bucaramanga on Thursday, but things were largely peaceful at protests in the rest of Colombia as more than 1 million workers from the unions walked off their jobs in protest over pay and benefits. In Medellin, teachers, indigenous leaders, and university students marched from the center of town to the government offices in La Alpujarra. Police and protesters ended up mixing it up in a disturbance in front of the University of Antioquia. In Bucaramanga, graffiti was painted on the sides of businesses while the march moved toward the Plaza Luis Carlos Galan. The Ecopetrol refinery in Barrancabermeja was where union workers and teachers joined to march through the streets to the Plaza Cívica.
The Ecopetrol union workers are being part of the 24-hour national strike.
In Cali, public workers and workers from the Sena Union protested in the Las Banderas Park, marching to the central administrative offices. More than 3,000 people turned out to march in Barranquilla, from the pediatric hospital to the mayor's office.
We are protesting against plans to privatize health and education services.
Other marches in Pereira, Valledupar, and Cartagena. The strike did not negatively impact public transport school systems. However, nationwide, about 10,000 students took the day off just as a precaution. All right, now we've moved over to the 3 monitors to share with you our next story. This one involves thousands of Guambianos indigenous. They are marching from Silvia and Cauca to Popayán, part of the big march bringing thousands of indigenous to Cali for this weekend. When the group was just about to arrive in the center of Popayán Thursday, masked men who were not part of the protest ended up attacking 2 cameramen who were working for a local TV station there. They tried to steal their gear. Well, as you can see in this videotape, indigenous protesters came to their rescue. To the north coast now, it has been raining a lot in Barranquilla, and that has triggered some very fierce flooding. Take a look at this videotape. You'll be able to see a truck that was stuck in what's called an arroyo, or fast-moving flood. The driver thought that his heavy load would keep the truck from floating away. Well, the floods killed the truck's engine and lifted the truck right down the street as if it was a river. The truck was carried away until neighbors were able to attach a rope to it and tie it to a tree so it didn't move any further. Changing gears now, if you love the outdoors, then you will love all of the different things you can do in Nocaima, a small town about an hour's drive from Bogota. All this week, we've been taking you on canyon tours there, walking through waterfalls, and going mountain climbing. Well, today, let's go whitewater rafting in the Black River of Tobía.
After extreme sports in Nocaima, we're moving to the town of Tobía, right after Nimaima. Our new challenge, rafting, and the spot, Rio Negro.
Tiene que estar tranquilo. Si están muy asustados, yo no voy a dejar que alguien se coja del kayak.
As soon as we put our helmets and take the rows, we listen to the directions the crew gives us, and we're ready to begin a brand new adventure.
And we have just landed here in Tobia after making rafting all the way down through the Black River from Nokaima to Tobia. So Oliver, how was this experience for you?
Excellent. It was quite an excellent experience because we went from Nokaima and there were for about 250 kilometers all around the Black River. And in this way, I gotta tell you as well that we have finished our journey here in the municipalities, in two municipalities of the Department of Cundinamarca, Nokaima as well as Tobia. And I wanna give thanks to all the people that made possible this project, to all the crew, to our cameraman Saul, to the driver, to RCN News in English, because this was quite an excellent experience. And of course, Ana Maria, to you for accompanying me and to come with me to enjoy this wonderful and this excellent adventure here in Cundinamarca. In this way, it finishes our journey in Nokaima and Tobia. Within the last days, we had the opportunity to enjoy of canyoning, barranquismo, torrentismo, and of course, rafting. Leaving behind a marvelous experience through which we discover a part of Cundinamarca department. For RCN News in English, this is Oliver de Iglesias.
Wow, what a cool adventure. Again, this is in Nokaima. It's about an hour's drive from Bogota. If you want to check out Ana Maria and Oliver's adventures, they are available online all the time in our special reports section at rcnnews.tv. Also, they took a bunch of digital photos while they were there, and those are now on our Facebook fan site. Just search Facebook for RCN News in English and become a member. As we say goodbye today, we're going to leave you with a very special event taking place here in the capital city this weekend. If you're a fan of independent films or short films, we have a very special festival happening in one of the parks. Here's a look at some of the videotape as we say goodbye. Enjoy the sights and sounds and the talents of Colombian cinematographers. This is RCN News in English, bringing Colombia to the world.